स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं सरदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीजतिराजाय विवेकानंदसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। आज हम लोग के एक विशेष अवसर है कि हमारे बीच मैसूर से आए हुए हैं श्री कीर्ति कुमार जी विराजमान है। आप लोग के भीतर जो रामकृष्ण मिशन एवं रामकृष्ण मठ लखनऊ से जुड़े हुए हैं, इनके मन में एक उत्सुकता बहुत स्वाभाविक है कि ये मठ का पूर्व में कैसी अवस्था था। साधारण जो भक्तगण यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं, यह मंदिर प्रतिष्ठा के उपरांत ही उन लोग मठ से जुड़े हैं, लेकिन इसके पहले ये आश्रम का क्या अवस्था था वो कोई खुद की देखा हुआ चित्र हमें वर्णना करे तो हमारे लिए बहुत एक प्रेरणादायी वस्तु होगी। वैसे ही एक व्यक्ति यहाँ पर उपस्थित है जो कि रामकृष्ण मठ एवं रामकृष्ण मिशन से ओतप्रोत रूप से गई 70 साल से ज़्यादा जुड़े हुए हैं और आपकी मंत्र दीक्षा ये लखनऊ आश्रम में हुआ था आज से 60 साल पहले। जब विवेकानंद पॉलीक्लिनिक का उद्घाटन हुआ था 1963 में स्वामी विवेकानंद की जन्म शतवार्षिकी पर, तब कीर्ति कुमार जी यहाँ पर उपस्थित थे, अनुष्ठान में योगदान किए थे एवं उस पावन अवसर पर रामकृष्ण मठ एवं रामकृष्ण मिशन के नवम संघाध्यक्ष परम पूजनीय श्रीमद स्वामी माधवानंद जी से मंत्र दीक्षित हुए थे। वहाँ पर तब स्वामी गौरीशरणानंद जी विराजमान थे जो कि इनको बहुत ही स्नेह करते थे। उस अनुष्ठान में मुख्य वक्ता रूप में जो उपस्थित थे वो थे परम पूजनीय श्रीमद स्वामी रंगनाथानंद जी महाराज, जो कि ये मंदिर का उद्घाटन किए थे 19 नवंबर 1999। उससे 36 साल बाद द्वितीय वक्ता थे पूजनीय स्वामी गंभीरानंद जी महाराज, जो कि तब रामकृष्ण मठ एवं रामकृष्ण मिशन के असिस्टेंट सेक्रेटरी के रूप में उपस्थित थे एवं तब जनरल सेक्रेटरी थे श्री वीरेश्वरानंद जी महाराज, जो पहले इसके बाद दशम संघाध्यक्ष बने थे। इन दोनों के भाषण के बाद तृतीय वक्ता तत्कालीन उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री सीवी गुप्ता जी, चंद्रभानु गुप्ता जी, और बोलने का कोई भाषा नहीं रहा, इतने प्रखर वक्तृत्व हुआ था। तब ये मठ नहीं बना था, ये ज़मीन भी अधिगत नहीं हुआ था। अभी अस्पताल के पीछे जहाँ पर नर्सिंग स्कूल है, नर्सिंग हॉस्टल है, वो हमारा मठ था, वहाँ पर ही उनका मंत्र दीक्षा हुआ था। कीर्ति कुमार जी बहुत भाग्यशील हैं, क्योंकि उस जमाने में रामकृष्ण मिशन के जो विदग्ध सन्यासी है, उनके साथ इनका बहुत ही स्नेह का संपर्क था। श्रीमद स्वामी श्रीधरानंद जी के पूर्व परम पूजनीय श्रीमद स्वामी गौरीशरणानंद जी, जो कि श्री मां शारदा देवी के अत्यंत अंतरंग सन्यासी पार्षद थे, ये मठ का अध्यक्ष थे, और वो कीर्ति कुमार जी को अत्यंत स्नेह करते थे। उसी का स्मृति चारण आज कीर्ति कुमार जी हम लोग को सुनाएंगे। इसके साथ साथ कीर्ति कुमार जी का जो मठ मिशन में योगदान है, मैसूरू में श्री रामकृष्ण विद्याशाला के प्रधान होने के नाते, प्रिंसिपल होने के नाते, उनका प्राण पुरुष था स्वामी शंभवानंद जी महाराज, जो कि एक अतुलनीय कीर्ति है। दक्षिण भारत में, विशेषतः कर्नाटक में श्री रामकृष्ण मिशन के विजय पताका उत्तोलित करने के लिए पूज्य स्वामी शंभवानंद जी के योगदान अतुलनीय है। मैं पूछा था कि कैसे कीर्ति कुमार जी मैसूर से लखनऊ में आके मंत्र दीक्षा लिया, क्योंकि लखनऊ का तब इतना प्रसिद्धि नहीं था। तब वो कानपुर में रहा करते थे, उनके पिताजी एक हाई ऑफिशियल थे, एवं आप गणित में अत्यंत पारदर्शी है। गणित का अध्ययन कर रहे थे, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट स्टडीज कानपुर में, वहाँ से यहाँ पर आके तमाम पुराने महाराज के साथ इनका अत्यंत घनिष्ठ परिचय थी। श्रीमद स्वामी गीतानंद जी तब कानपुर आश्रम के कर्मचारी थे, और वहाँ से इनको प्रेरित किया गया था। तब वो मैसूर आश्रम में रामकृष्ण विद्याशाला में 1957 में उनका नियोग हुआ था। आप लोग के अधिकांश तब जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था। स्वामी शंभवानंद जी के साथ उनका 15 साल एक साथ योगदान था। जब 1972 में शंभवानंद जी का महासमाधि हो गया, तब वो कर्मरत थे, एवं 1995 में ही रिटायर्ड as the principal of the residential composite pre-university college in Mysuru। उसके उपरांत भी उन्होंने सुदीर्घ 20 साल एज ए विजिटिंग लेक्चरर इंस्टीट्यूशन को सर्व किया था। अभी भी इतना उम्र होते हुए भी विभिन्न प्रकार आश्रम का जो गतिविधियां हैं वहाँ पर सक्रिय सहयोगिता है। रामकृष्ण मिशन का विद्याशाला एवं रामकृष्ण इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मॉरल एंड स्पिरिचुअल एजुकेशन, he has compiled the history of Mysuru Ashrama and authored a biography on Swami Shambhavanandaji। इनका जी स्मृति चारण स्वामी गौरीशरण जी का वो प्रबुद्ध भारत में प्रकाशित हुआ था, लेकिन आपने को छिपा के रखना चाहते हैं, इसीलिए वो प्रबंध स्वामी गौरीशरण जी का नाम से लिखित हुआ था। रेमिनिसेंसेस ऑफ होली मदर श्री शारदा देवी बाई गौरीशरणानंद जी, लेकिन वो आर्टिकल इन्हीं का लिखित है। तो आज संक्षिप्त अभी हमारे परम सौभाग्य है कि कीर्ति कुमार जी अपने सागे बहन के साथ रामकृष्ण मठ के अतिथिशाला में निवास कर रहे हैं और विशेष अनुरोध के परिप्रेक्ष्य में आपने अमूल्य स्मृति चारण से गौरीशरण जी और शंभवानंद जी के बारे में कुछ सुनाएंगे। और हमारा कहने का है कि आप देखते हैं कि रामकृष्ण मिशन एक संघ है, एक प्रतिष्ठान है। प्रतिष्ठान का जो अवयव है, जो गठन है, वो प्रतिष्ठान से जुड़े हुए सन्यासी एवं भक्तगण के साथ है। तो रामकृष्ण मिशन की इतिहास न केवल कुछ सन्यासियों की इतिहास है, भक्तगण का भी इतिहास है। ये भी हमें आंख खोलकर देखना चाहिए कि रामकृष्ण मिशन से दीक्षित भक्त वो कैसे जीवन बिताते हैं, कैसे जीवन को ठाकुर की सेवा में नियोजित करते हैं और कैसे इतने सम्मान के साथ रहते हुए भी ठाकुर के साथ जुड़े रहते हैं। ये एक हमारे जीता जागता जीवन से शिक्षा है। एक जला हुआ दिया से ही दूसरा दिया जलता है। तो आइए आज कीर्ति कुमार जी का जो दीपशिखा है उससे हम लोग भी आलोकित हो जाए।
परम पूज्य मुक्तिनाथानंद जी महाराज, इनके चरणों में हमारा प्रणाम। पूज्य स्वामी जी हमारे बाद में बहुत कुछ कहा, उनका कृपा है, बल्कि हम कहते हैं हम मिशन का, आश्रम का एक साधारण सेवक। गुरु महाराज की कृपा से अभी तो रखा है। महाराज ने बताया कि हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं क्या, बल्कि हम भाषण करने में थोड़ा दिक्कत होता है, कृपया माफ़ करना है। तो मैं अंग्रेजी में बात कर सकता हूँ, थोड़ा सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बात करता हूँ, ठीक। मैं प्रणाम्स टू स्वामी मुक्तिनाथानंद जी महाराज, pranams to all the devotees of Lucknow Mutt, pranams to Brahmachari Maharaj. I came in contact with Ramakrishna mission in the year 1957. In these 65 years, by the grace of Sri Ramakrishna, I could meet many illustrious monks. Of them, Maharaj gave me the choice, you can speak on that. So I am here to speak to you, share with you some of my reminiscences about two illustrious monks. Revered Swami Gouriswaranandaji Maharaj, popularly known as Ramai Maharaj, and revered Swami Shambhavanandaji Maharaj. I first met revered Swami Gouriswaranandaji Maharaj in the year 1963 at Aminabad Ashrama here. What impressed me most was Maharaj's simplicity, love and transparency. See, he was an embodiment of love. He was an embodiment of transparency. He was an embodiment of simplicity. Perhaps Holy Mother had, by her first sight, seeing Ramai Maharaj, must have got all about him. She knew everything about him, and so she fondly, very lovingly called Ramai Maharaj as Ramai is my daughter, Ramai is my girl. Ramai Maharaj, many of you he must have read. He was one of the very few monks. समझ सकते हैं? Can you understand what? Very few monks who had the rarest privilege of offering personal services to Holy Mother, like applying oil to the knee joints, massaging. So पूरा सेवा कर सकते थे. This type of blessing very few monks had. And now I'll recollect, I used to meet him very often because I was in Kanpur, as Maharaj said, for 2 years. During holidays or any occasion, I would rush to Lucknow and stay with him. Now, sometimes I used to ask him questions. Even after his retirement from Lucknow Ashrama, In Jairamati he stayed. We used to meet, correspond also. Whatever he said, I'll just tell you. The same thing I'll tell you, nothing extra. I asked him to tell me something about Holy Mother, what he saw. He reminisced. He was in class 7 in a place called Badanganj, near Kamarpukur. He was visiting Kamarpukur quite often. He had met Shibuda, Shivaramda, and Ramlalda, and a few relatives of Guru Maharaj. And as his boy, he became friendly with all these people, started helping them by plucking flowers, plucking bilwalis, making paste of chandan, arranging for puja of Thakur in Kamarpukur. But he had no idea of Holy Mother staying in Jairamati. So with him was another senior boy, Gopeshda, later Swami Shambhavanandaji Maharaj, another great loving disciple of Holy Mother. He asked Gopeshda, I hear that Mother is in Jairamati, can you take me there? So on Saturday afternoon, when there was no class, they went to Jairamati. On the way, Ramai Maharaj was thinking, Sharda Devi, the wife of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, the great sadhaka, she must be a Devi sitting on a Singhasan and Sevikas fanning her with chomars. That was his idea. When they went to that small house, Gopeshda was a frequent visitor. He took Ramai Maharaj to that small house, thatched roof, mud walls, mud floor. Ramai Maharaj had first surprise and shock. Is this the house of Holy Mother? They entered. They saw one woman sweeping the floor, the mud floor. Gopeshda immediately did pranam, namaskar, and Mother was all love and inquiries. Ramai Maharaj had the second shock. Is this Holy Mother sweeping the floor? Nobody to help her? She is doing everything by herself? Second. Later, Mother told these two boys, just wait, I'll clean the floor and then come. After cleaning the floor, she kept the broomstick, washed her hands, came, and smilingly told these two boys, look, this broomstick cleans the whole world. Whole world it cleans. But when you touch it, you have to clean your hands. This is the beauty. The broomstick cleans the entire world. But when you touch it, you have to clean the hands. So he was happy to listen to this word. Then Mother asked, who is this boy? New boy. And Gopeshda said, he is Ramai from Badanganj. Mother immediately said, Acha, you are studying in the school of this Prabodh Chandra. Prabodh Chandra was the headmaster of Ramai. So he had a second, third shock he had. Oh, my headmaster, Mother knows. And he was an educated man, very popular in that area, Prabodh Chandra. Later, Ramai Maharaj came to know both that headmaster and his wife were initiated disciples of Holy Mother. After that visit, when they wanted to go, Mother said, Firash will come again. Then he was going, and then at home he felt, this woman has asked me to come back again. So that was working in his mind. He wanted to go back again. But the school was there, he could not bunk the class. So he had to wait for next Saturday. Next Saturday afternoon he ran, went to Jairamati. Mother was so happy. You have come here, very good. And he became very friendly with everybody in the house. This Saturday visits went on increasing, and he became very popular among the ladies of the house also. And his simplicity and loving nature, he was permitted to move around inside the house. Inside the house. Though he was a boy, there was no restriction for him to move and then help mother. Gradually he started helping mother in arranging her puja materials like flowers, bilva, chandan and all that, and arranging the asana. Whenever devotees came for initiation, Ramai Maharaj became a volunteer, then started arranging asanas for them, and then helping in the kitchen also, dressing the vegetables, preparing atta, making chapatis and all that. But he recollected, others were making chapatis perfectly circle, but when I tried, it became map of India. Map of India. Then gradually he learned how to make chapatis. In the house somebody taught him how to make 3 chapatis in one go. Put the atta, one roll, put a little powder, put one more roll about that, put a little powder, one more roll about it, and take the rolling pin and separate all the 3. 3 at a time he picked up. Whenever devotees came, some more number, mother would ask Ramai, go and inquire, where are they from? Are they from Calcutta? Or are they from villages? He would come and inform. Mother would say, you see, Calcutta people, they eat just 4 or 5 chapatis. If the village people they come, 20 chapatis they eat. So I must prepare more chapatis depending on where the devotees came from. So more atta was taken and chapatis were prepared if more number of villagers came. This is how he intimately connected himself. At weekends, sometimes he would stay there also. He would stay there. Gradually he came to know of initiation. Then he wanted, can I have initiation? But he was afraid of asking mother. He asked one lady, one woman, see, I want initiation from mother, but how to ask? She said, you go and ask directly. Go to the room, mother's place, room. No, I am afraid she may say no. Then that lady said, look, Ramai, on any Saturday if you don't come, mother keeps on repeating 20 times, my Ramai has not come. Maybe ready preparing for the tests, maybe preparing for the examination, maybe having homework. In the school he is busy, young boy. So she keeps on repeating your name. So she loves you. He became bold. Went to mother. Mother, please give me initiation, Diksha mantra. Mother was happy. Okay, you want? Come on, prepare asana. So immediately one asana was prepared. Mother sat silently for some time and then told Ramai, look, you like this Ishta. This is your chosen deity. This God you like very much. Isn't it? I'll give this mantra. But Ramai said, Mother, what you say is correct. Earlier I was having lot of liking for this Ishta. But after coming over here, knowing Guru Maharaj and all those people, I have changed my attitude. Now, this is my Ishta. Can you give me that mantra? He asked. Mother sat for some more time again and then said, okay, we'll give that mantra. You know, she took a little water in her hand. Ramai was sitting. She sprinkled water on him, telling, may all the sins, papakarma of previous births, may all the sins of the past births be washed away. See, this is how mother. Second time she took a little water, sprinkled on Ramai. May all the papa karmas accrued in this birth, during this birth, be washed away. A third time, little water sprinkled. May you become pure. May you become pure. And Ramai, as a boy, was feeling a thrill in his body as this was going on. Afterwards, mother gave him the Diksha mantra. He came out. Now do pranam, she said, mother. He did like this. No, not like that. So long I was your mother. Now I am your guru. To guru, this is not the way to do pranam. Full flat. So here, that is how mother taught him how to do pranam to a guru. He came out and one senior person was standing outside. He said, Diksha over? Yes, over. Did you give dakshina to mother? Dakshina? I don't know. You have to give Guru Dakshina. Then he said, I have no money. Then that man from his dhoti corner, he took out half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, like this. Put all the money into his hand. Go and give to mother. He went again. Mother asked, why do you come again? What do you want? Mother, I have not paid, please accept Guru Dakshina. Acha, give. He gave everything. He was very happy that way. See, this is how his Diksha was done. Very thrilling. Whenever I recall it, it gives us a thrill in our system. How mother used to give mantra Diksha to people. Then gradually, when he was helping mother in the kitchen, one day they were preparing rotis, chapatis. Nalini Didi, you have heard of that story. She passed a remark. Mother was preparing, Ramai was preparing. Both of them were putting chapatis into the same container. But Nalini Didi, she passed a remark. Mother, Ramai's chapatis are better. They are better in shape. Mother became tense. She kept the rolling pin. She had one marble base, pita, and rolling pin was dark ebony wood. That's what Maharaj told me. She kept the rolling pin aside. All right. I have been doing this job for a number of years. And this boy, if I press his throat, his mother's milk will come out. Oh, maa ka doodh niklega bahar. He's such a boy. And you say his chapatis are good. Let him do. Then Ramai saw this tense situation. He requested, Mother, Bhagat log to hai bahar. So they are waiting. No, then all right. Mother kept. So they became so very friendly with it. No. Long later, in the Aminabad center, there was a small plot of land where Ramai Maharaj used to grow rose garden. He was an expert in rose garden. Rose culture, he was an expert. In one plant, he could grow 2-3 varieties of flowers. His expertise was such that the government made him a judge in rose competition event. One day he asked me, in Kanpur you go to this house and get me, the devotee has brought one bundle of new rose cuttings from Calcutta. So I had the opportunity to go and then give him also. Not only rose, he was in the habit of this mango cultivation. He was expert in that. Once when I came from Mysuru, I had written a letter, Maharaj, I am coming. Then he said, from Madras you have to give me one champaka plant. Champaka plant, you know, that Sampika is what they call. Red color champaka, very aroma, is very good smell. So I got arranged for it and brought and gave it. Then afterwards I went back. When I came next, Maharaj was no more. But I asked one senior Swamiji, some years ago I had come, we had brought one rose, it's a Champaka plant. I would like to see how it is growing. Is it growing full well? Then they could not find. When Maharaj was in Jaramuti, there was one village boy serving him. That village boy is now Sahadev Maharaj. He is in charge of agriculture events and all that in Jaramuti. That boy was still there. He had joined the order. This senior Swami and that Sahadev became very serious. They went on searching for the plant. No plant was seen. Then searched the records. Ramay Maharaj was very meticulous in keeping records. Then one sheet they saw, paper sheet. There he had mentioned one devotee from south brought red champaka plant. It was planted, but that year there was heavy rains were there, and the pit where the champaka plant was planted was full of water, and because of that heavy dampness, the plant reached Ramakrishna Loka. That is how he has done. He didn't say that the plant dried. The plant reached Ramakrishna Loka. And they located it. I was sleeping in the guest house. That Swami and Sahadev Maharaj, both of them came shouting my name. Look, 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 this is what Swamiji has got. What is this? So, they, senior Swamis, the earlier Swamis, how pakka they were, and even writing something negative, in what a positive way they would express. Later he came to South. He came to Mysuru. On our request he came to our house also, accepted tea, and we recorded all whatever he was telling. And then as Maharaj put it, it was published also. He had returned to Mysuru Mohanta. From Mysuru I go to Bangalore. Purchase one second-class railway ticket. Mohant told me that he is that. Said Maharaj, he is a senior Swamiji, old Swamiji, and mother's disciple, most respected person. We should not send him by second class. I will look to that. So I went earlier to railway station, met the TT, ticket examiner, then asked him, keep one seat in the first class compartment. Those days there were no AC compartments. So this was arranged. When Maharaj came to platform, I just guided him to that coach and told him. He went, 2 seats here, 2 seats here. Other general compartment, second class was a big long plank where crowd was there, hello, 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 shouting. There was not that. And he was looking here, there, and Swami. Then Maharaj, this is your place, sit. A window, curtain, everything he saw. He sat. Suddenly he jumped like a spring. Is this second class? Is this second class? He was taking. It took a long time for us to convince him. Maharaj, please accept this. Please accept. He was not satisfied. He was not at all satisfied. He sat. Later he said, highly significant statement, beautiful statement. You see, ashrama money should not be wasted. What a grand idea of these old people. Ashrama money should not be wasted. That is why I always go by ordinary clothes. And Maharaj also, whenever he travelled, he had only that bath towel, one shirt or 2 shirts and one dhoti bundled, and he would carry. That's simple. Very simple Maharaj life. Simplicity, embodiment of simplicity. And people gave him lot of money as pranami. All the pranami he would give to the center and go simply mother's job. That was Ramay Maharaj. I was so happy to have been in contact with him. The second Swami I wish to speak about is, quickly I'll say, or Swami Shambhavanandaji Maharaj. He was a disciple of Raja Maharaj, Brahmanandaji. He joined Bangalore Ashrama 1920. Within 2-3 months of his joining, then the head of Bangalore Ashrama was Tulsi Maharaj, Swami Nirmalanandaji. Within 2-3 months of his joining, Revered Swami Brahmanji Maharaj, Revered Swami Mahapurush Maharaj, Shivanji Maharaj, both of them, they came to Bangalore, stayed there 3 months. Tulsi Maharaj told this young brahmachari, you are their sevak. And serving them for 3 months, it helped him in his whole life. Shambhavanandaji was not a writer, not a speaker. Karma yogi, par excellence karma yogi. Then only the article he has written for Vedanta and the West, and little modification in 2 books. The same article has come in Swami Brahmanandaji as we saw him. It is compiled by our Pankaj Maharaj. He has done it when he was in Madras, the Kanpur head now. He has brought out all about Brahmanji Maharaj. There, Swami Shambhavanandaji had written an article that is published. There he writes, in the dawn, in the early days of my spiritual life, I came in contact with 2 divine souls which I am carrying throughout my monastic career. And he picked up a couple of very good habits serving Raja Maharaj. And Maharaj was so pleased, he gave him Mantra Diksha. Swami Shambhavanandaji Maharaj had his Mantra Diksha from Swami Brahmanji Maharaj. And of these couple of very good habits, 2 I'll tell you. 1, perfection, precision in everything, no second word about it. Then think far ahead, always. These 2 qualities we saw. I had a blessed chance to serve Swami under Swami Shambhavanandaji for 15 years. And 6 years very closely I was with him that way. Perfection personified is Shambhavananda. He would look like a commander, except Garva cloth. Any other cloth if you put, anybody could have mistaken, he is an army commander. Many old sadhus called him military Swami. Perfect in everything. Very simple, though the banyan is little torn. But outside when he came, all well pressed, highly polished pump shoes, tup. Because Pakka Swamiji's soldier he was. Very perfect. When he came to Mysore, one word I will tell, when he was the founder president of one ashrama in Kurg. Kurg is a district where coffee is grown. You have heard of Field Marshal Karyappa, the first army commander of India, and then General Timmaya, they all came from that area. Swami was also born in Kurg. There one one ashrama was started. Swami Shambhavanandaji built that ashrama, became the first president, and he worked for the welfare, rural development activity to eradicate malaria. What a wonderful work. If you read Swami Vivekananda's words, there he says, India we have got several Swamis moving around and all. If 2 such Swamis can walk from village to village carrying a globe, a map, a magic lantern, they can meet everybody in their own homes and educate them far better than school education. Swami Shambhavananda was a typical soldier of Swami Vivekananda. He belonged to Vivekananda Brigade, army. All these Swamis they belong to Vivekananda. Wonderful work they have done everywhere. So he carried a heavy magic lantern. There was no road. bullock cart roads, pouring rains, and no education for the villagers, poor, dying. There he went on educating them. And then again, Kurg districts were full of honey, quality honey, all waste. He thought how this could be made into quality honey, scientifically made. Then he contacted MacLeod. You have heard of Miss MacLeod? There he got all the materials. Then he innovated his own machines and he established honey. Then he felt, no, if the honey tappers, they are called honey tappers. Hindi mein kya kehte hain Maharaj? The madhu, makhi, what the tappers? Madhu culture. If they want to get more money, they must have a cooperative society. Today, Government of India, everybody is telling, cooperative sector must go to rural sector. Swami Shambhavananda had seen this in 1936. 1936, far ahead. At least 70, 80 years, this Swami was looking ahead. He was the pioneer in bringing cooperative sector into rural sector in that. About this, Swami Prabhanji has written the rural development work of Swamis. He has mentioned Swami Shambhavananda's work. From there he came to Mysore. Mysore had a small hostel. Demand was great. He wanted a larger hostel. Then he thought, large hostel? Yes, it must have so many sports grounds. A swimming pool it must have, a goshala it must have, a garden it must have, flower gardens, and then kitchen garden it must have. Everything must be pakka. For that big land was there, wanted. In Hindi you say, mare to hathi ko marna, loote to zamindar ko lootna. He followed simple. In front of the ashrama, he saw a vast stretch of open land. It belonged to the Mysore State Railways. Who was the Pradhan man? King. And king supported all Ramakrishna ashrama activities. If you remember the story, Swami Vivekananda was the guest of Mysore king. And Swami Vivekananda took a decision to go to Chicago. He told Maharaja there. So Mysore is the Sankalpa Bhumi. Sankalpa Bhumi for Swamiji. Maharaja immediately said, I'll give you money. No, wait, I'll take a decision. So there Maharaja was supporting all activities of Ramakrishna mission. Swamiji said, can you give me this much of land? You will be wondering, in late 1930s, early 40s, he got land which is now 70 acres in one stretch. Unimaginable in a city, growing city today. He wrote to Belur Math, no, I am collecting future plans of our Vidya Ashrama. Future plans. Always look ahead. That's what he learned from Raja Maharaj's experience. So he collected that and built one massive building. Then many senior monks, including our Guru, he suggested Shambhavanji, hey, what a waste. For a hostel you want such a building. Make it a school, residential school. That idea Maharaj got Shambhavan. He converted that into school. And who will inaugurate it? Loote to Jamindar ko lootna. For inauguration, he wanted President of India to come for one school. You can't imagine the Swamiji's work. And then, when President said, no, I am busy, he wrote to Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, please come and inaugurate. There also he got it. Then he said, alternately, the former Governor General of India, Rajaji, Rajgopalachari, he came and inaugurated. This is how very boldly Swami Shambhavanandaji was doing. And when he wanted to be that, he showed the map, blueprint to all the brother monks in the ashrama. And some of them, they were making fun of this Shambhavananda. One Swami Somanathananda, Maharaj, he remarked, Swamiji, it looks like a castle in the air, Gagan Mahal, something, am I correct? Gagan Mahal. It looks like a big mahal in the sky. Swamiji was not angry. He said, yes, yes, all things look like that in the beginning. With Guru Maharaj's grace, I can bring it down to earth and make it work. He did it. That much of deep faith in Guru Maharaj Swami shared. Strong faith. And one Swami who was a brahmachari those days, one senior Swami, he has written, it was a sight to see Swami Shambhavananda kneeling before Thakur early in the morning and praying for him. Why did Somanathananda call castle in the air? It had a reason. Mysuru ashrama was poor. There was no money. Swami Shambhavananda's pocket was always empty. And they were telling penniless Swami looking for a massive project. Then Shambhavanji had one answer. This is not my work. This is Guru Maharaj's work. If he wants, he will get me money. Such faith he had. Deep faith in Thakur. And he would get money from different sources. Government of Mysore, the governments and people, not Mysore, Bangalore, they were not so rich. He collected heavy money from Pune, Bombay and all those things and built it. Another thing he saw was, youngsters, they were not getting good education, and that means value education. Deterioration in values, moral and spiritual bankruptcy. Then he thought, we have to do something. Future citizens must be aware of this. Otherwise, they will not respect their parents, they will not respect their elders, they will become westernized highly. So he thought of his own plan. Please remember, Swami Shambhavanandaji thought of all these things much before Government of India, Government of Mysore thought of Kothari Commission, education commissions. He had successfully carried out experiments in Mysore city. He called them as retreats. And he was not doing all by himself. All the reports he was sending all over the country to all the vice chancellors, to all the education ministers, all the governors. That was, his action was only nationwide, not limited to Mysore. And all appreciated. When the success came, he wanted a permanent building. He wanted a building of 240 rooms. Again, see, when he visualized all these things, again there is no money. Government of Mysore said, Swamiji, you can take sand from the river bed, as much you want freely, one token small amount. One huge contractor, Hindustan Construction Company. Oh, Swamiji wrote a letter, can you give me? They had 200 or 300 lorries. So 6 we want. Okay, 6 you take. You will be surprised. You know the cost of one lorry they gave? 1,500 rupees. Swamiji, we can't give you free because the auditors will object. So we will give you 1,500 rupees per lorry. And that lorry, morning till evening he was running. From forest area, government permitted him. Take as many bamboos you want. See how Guru Maharaj supplies. And Maharaj of Mysore said, Swamiji, you want bricks in Chamundi Hill, huge hill, beautiful hill. You can take as much mud you want. 50 paise per lorry road, half a rupee. Such supports came from him. And he built that. And, for that, I'll tell about his boldness. He was the one very bold Swami who can take the government against him. He wanted Deputy Prime Minister of India, Morarji Desai, to come and lay the foundation stone of this new college he was thinking, Vedanta College. Now it is called Ramakrishna Institute of Moral spiritual education. RIMS we call. Ramakrishna Institute of. The foundation stone was to be laid by Morarji Desai, Deputy Prime Minister, and President was Chief Minister of Mysuru State, Nijalingappa, those days. Everything was arranged. Morarji Desai was a good friend of Swamiji. But about 10-15 days earlier, I was present in that office. Swamiji had a telephone call from Delhi, from the office of Deputy Prime Minister. And that gentleman on the phone was telling, Swamiji, you have arranged this program, but on that day, university has arranged one more program at the same time, so Morarji Bhai, Deputy Prime Minister, will not be able to come. Just 10 days before the program. Maharaj was not upset. He said, okay, but you give this message to Morarji Bhai. You have to give this message to him directly. He agreed to lay the foundation stone of moral and education, a college for moral and spiritual education. Now he says for moral and spiritual education he is not coming. I have printed and flooded the country with invitations. Entire India he had spread the invitations. I cannot change the program now. I cannot have any alternate program. Please tell him if he is not able to come, no matter. I will keep his photograph on the table and go ahead with the program. He took Deputy Prime Minister against him. Such boldness. 20 minutes later, Morarji Bhai was a perfect gentleman. He himself called Swamiji. These officials, Swamiji, they are fools. They have confused. I am coming. The boldness, very, very good. Why, how this Swami could be so bold? It was simple. Many of these sadhus, they don't work anything for themselves. No self-centered. It is all other-centered. All this Samaja Seva. Swamiji was not doing anything for his own purpose, for the purpose of society. Silently he was doing. If you read Swami Vivekananda's letters, in one letter he writes to his Madras disciple, at the postscript he writes, calm, quiet. He writes calm, quiet, silent work. No name making, no fame making. Silently work. No newspaper humbug. Typical soldier of Swamiji. Swami Shambhavanandaji was. He did not announce anything in newspapers. Not a single day. In fact, one newspaper correspondent was friendly with me. He asked me, give me something about retreat. I said, Baba, I cannot give you. You ask him only, because he doesn't want any publicity. Silently he wants to work. So this quality of no selfishness, no name making, no fame making, no newspaper humbug, that was the highlighted quality of Swami Shambhavanandaji. That was his strength. Towards the end, but that building he could not complete. But today, that Ramakrishna Vidyashala and this RIMSE, two premier educational institutions, it has brought out several ministers. In fact, the Foreign Affairs Minister was a student of Ramakrishna, S.M. Krishna. See, they are still in touch with us. Several defense officials and all those things. In Chhattisgarh, the highest police official is again a Vidyashala product. Like that, here again I hear, so many are here I heard. So, all these activities Swamiji got, not because of himself. In 15 years of our association, almost 3 to 4 days a week we would meet in his office. Not a single day Swamiji said anything about himself. No. That is the hallmark of all the Swamijis of Ramakrishna order. Knows this. Whereas we want credit. I want somebody to receive photograph and all this. No. And in fact, on such a very important occasion, Deputy Prime Minister came, you will all be surprised. You know, this kingmaker, Swami Shambhavananda, he was not sitting in the front row. The front row, Gambiranji Maharaj was there, and Nijalingappa, the State Chief Minister, and Deputy Prime Minister. Only three were on the dais. Swami Adidevananda, Swami Shambhavananda, they were all sitting in the second line. Can you imagine Swamiji working like this selflessly? Swami Shambhavananda was a typical embodiment of such activities. A man of vision. Without money, he could visualize the whole thing. Long earlier, Swami Vivekananda had told, these two institutions I told you, today they are very famous all over the country. Very famous. And Rimse particularly, at one point of time they were telling, in Asia itself you don't have a building of this type. Maharaj, you have heard of Lord Swarajpal, London, the business magnate and the MP of that. His brother is in Delhi, Satyapal. He writes as Stiyapal, S-T-Y-A. He is Satyapal. He came to Mysore, saw. He said, Swamiji, I want to have similar thing. Then we sent one man, go and assist him, he wanted, that is Ramakrishna Institute of Moral Spiritual Education. But this Satyapal, he had plenty of money he had. He said, we will build similar Vivekananda Institute of Moral Spiritual Education in Delhi. The difference, you know, selfless work, Swamiji's. He wanted name. That this institute did not take off at all. Thorough failure. Not even the planning stage itself it failed. See, that is the difference. Selfless work always brings out beautiful results. Towards the end, Swami Shambhavananda suffered from heart ailments. Very heart ailments. But still, somebody suggested, Swamiji, you are not keeping well. And we have a doctor, even now that's an old man, just junior to me by 1 year. And we are good friends. He told, Swami Shambhavananda is a challenge to medical profession. He doesn't listen to us. Swami said, no, my days are numbered, I have to work quickly. But he could not complete that program. He passed away. But somebody had suggested earlier, Swamiji, you are not well. Go to some hill station like Ooty, Nandi Hills. Go and please take rest. You know, you will be surprised. A man of that achievement, anybody could have arranged anything. He said, why? We have the shrine of Guru Maharaj here itself. When Thakur's shrine is here, what else is required for me? This is the Shambhavanandaji. He built such huge institutions all over India, it is popular. And in fact, Mysore Ashrama has become one of the best ashramas in the order, they say, because of these two institutions and publication. Swami Vivekananda had long back written a letter to his disciple in Madras. He had written, 1894, Ramakrishna mission, nobody had idea. Even probably Swami himself had some idea. He was a Rishi. He had written, Mysore will be, in time, a stronghold of our activities. Swamiji's prophetic words. Probably Shambhavananda was born because of that. To fulfill Swamiji's words. To make sure Swamiji is not untruthful. Swami Vivekananda's words. To fulfill that. So we call Swami Shambhavananda as a monk with a mission. He was born with that mission. To fulfill Swamiji's words. And a man of vision. A book 2 months ago. I have brought that copy. I'll be giving it to you tomorrow morning. a monk with a mission and a vision. We were very happy to have served such a man, and he loved all the brother monks. This is another great quality of Swami Shambhavanandaji. So we were blessed to come across such Swamijis. I am happy, I am thankful to you all. I am grateful to Maharaj for giving me a chance to speak a few words, to reminisce on two great Swamijis of Ramakrishna order. So we are equally blessed. I told you in the beginning, we are Sadharan Sevak. Even now, all our life is there, and Swamijis are so good to us also. So they are all supporting all us seniors that way. So thank you, Maharaj. Anything that I don't know whether you were able to understand English.
We are deeply indebted to Sri Keerthi Kumar Ji for sharing his reminiscences of Swami Gouriswaranandaji Maharaj, Ramai Maharaj and Shambhavanandaji, two very distinguished monks of our order. He had the blessed privilege to be very intimate with them and be enlightened with their great spirit. We wish him a long life full of dedication and spirit, and enlighten others also, whoever will be around them. So with our earnest prayers to Sri Guru Maharaj, Sri Ma Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda to shower their choicest blessings on Sri Keerthi Kumar and his associates for all the days to come. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Mahamai Ki Jai. Jai Swami Ji Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Raja Ramachandra Ji Ki Jai. Now, as a token of our gratitude on behalf of the ashram and you all, we would like to present a small presentation to Sri Keerthi Kumar Ji.